Are you interested in taking a vacation in Indonesia? Or are you just curious about its culture? If you say yes, then you click on the right video. In this video, I'm going to explain to you all the basic things about Indonesia that you need to know. So, without further ado, let's get to it. The culture of Indonesia has been shaped by a long interaction between original indigenous customs and multiple foreign influences. Indonesia is centrally located along ancient trading routes between the East, South Asia, and the Middle East, resulting in many cultural practices being strongly influenced by a multitude of religions, including Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, and Islam, all strong in the major trading cities. The result is a complex cultural mixture very different from the original indigenous cultures. Examples of the fusion of Islam with Hinduism include Javanese Abangun belief, Balinese dances have stories about ancient Buddhist and Hindu kingdoms, while Islamic art forms and architecture are present in Sumatra, especially in the Minangkabau in Aceh regions. Traditional art, music, and sport are combined in a martial art form called Pancak The Western world has influenced Indonesia in science, technology, and modern entertainment such as television shows, film, and music, as well as political system and issues. India has notably influenced Indonesian songs and movies. A popular type of song in the Indian rhythmical dangdut, which is often mixed with Arab and Malay folk music. Despite the influences of foreign culture, some remote Indonesian regions still preserve uniquely indigenous culture. Indigenous ethnic groups such as Dani, Maduras, Toraja, and many others are still practicing their ethnic rituals, custom, and wearing traditional clothes. So that is the basics of Indonesia. Now we're going to move on to region. Indonesia today is a Muslim majority nation with a lot to offer, from Javanese coffee to Balinese art and architecture. The fame of Indonesia is global. It's also the world's largest island country, with over 17,000 islands making up its scattered landmass. Jakarta, its capital, is a world city boasting the second most populous urban area on Earth. With all of these islands come beaches and reefs, and with its location on the Ring of Fire come volcanoes and jagged landscapes. The nature scenery and wildlife of Indonesia is diverse and made all the more exciting from being strewn across its myriad islands. There are many regions in Indonesia, but I'm just going to explain 8 which I think are the most notable. First up is Sumatra, the sixth largest island in the world, and the largest island that's located completely in Indonesia. Sumatra sprawls both northwest and southeast of the equator in the west of the archipelago. Naturally, it's hot and humid. Once upon a time, almost the entire island was dominated by rainforests, but in the past 35 years, around half the jungles have been lost to deforestation. There are many critically endangered endemic species here, from the Sumatran orangutan and the Sumatran tiger to the Sumatran elephant and the Sumatran rhino. The west features the almost 1,000-mile long Barisan Mountain, while the east is characterized by swampy plains. In the north, the largest city is Medan, forming the largest metropolitan area outside of Java. Batam is another large city located in the Riau Island, just south of Singapore. Back on the mainland, Lago Toba is an incredibly breathtaking volcanic lake, the result of the largest known explosive eruption that have occurred in the last 25 million years. Second region is Kalimantan. While the Malaysian states of Sarawak and Sabah, as well as tiny Brunei, make up northern Borneo. The larger southern portion is referred to in Indonesia as Kalimantan. The name is derived from the Sanskrit word Kalimantana, meaning island with hot weather. It aptly describes the climate here. The provinces are central, north, south, east, and west. Kalimantan with two of the region's largest cities, Balikpapan and Pontianak, located on the equator, situated in east and west respectively. Fourth region is Bali. Almost touching eastern Java, the region of Bali consists of the main island itself as well as the paradise island of Nusa Penida, Nusa Ceningan, and Nusa Lembongan. With a built-up south and a relatively rural mountainous north, Bali attracts visitors with its running Hindu temples like the stunning cliff temple at Uluwatu, famous rice terraces at Ubud, and sunset beaches. The beautiful beaches of Bali range from jam-packed Seminyak Beach to the more secluded options like Thomas Beach, as well as black sand Ahmed Beach on the northeastern coast with its offshore coral reef. Inland, active volcano Mount Batur can be hiked for great views from its summit of the surrounding scale, including the old Mount Batur, whose crater is now occupied by a large lake. Fourth region is Bali. Almost touching eastern Java, the region of Bali consists of the main island itself as well as the paradise island of Nusa Penida, Nusa Ceningan, and Nusa Lembongan. With a built-up south and a relatively rural mountainous north, Bali attracts visitors with its running Hindu temples like the stunning cliff temple at Uluwatu, famous rice terraces at Ubud, and sunset beaches. The beautiful beaches of Bali range from jam-packed Seminyak Beach to the more secluded options like Thomas Beach, as well as black sand Ahmed Beach on the northeastern coast with its offshore coral reef. Inland, active volcano Mount Batur can be hiked for great views from its summit of the surrounding scale, including the old Mount Batur, whose crater is now occupied by a large lake. And the fifth region is Nusa Tenggara. Nusa Tenggara means Southeast Island, meaning this region stretches from Lombok just east of Bali through remote Sumbawa and Flores all the way to the West Timor. It's all about white sands, fantastic diving opportunities, discovering waterfalls and hidden cultures, from humid jungle in the north of the dry savanna in the east. It's this chain of islands that separates Asia from Australia to the south. On Lombok, the island cities, beaches, and waterfalls are loomed over by massive Mount Rinjani. Flores, to the east of Komodo Island, is famous for its three jewel-colored crater lakes, located inside Kelimutu National Park. The sixth island is Sulawesi. The center of Sulawesi comprises rugged mountains. This terrain is where you'll find Tanah Toraja, home of the Toraja people, known for their bloody funeral rituals and distinctive building style. This region is also known for its incredible dive spots, several of which can be found within the boundaries of Bunaken National Marine Park. And the seventh island is Maluku. Maluku is a collection of over 1,000 islands between Sulawesi and the province of West Papua. For centuries, this province of Indonesia was known as the Spice Islands. Since as early as the 9th century, traders from the west, first Arab and later Dutch, brought home of the spoils of the island natives' cloves, as well as nutmeg and mace from its nutmeg trees. Today, Archipelago is a little visited gem. There's Manchuela National Park on Seram Island, made up of coastal forests, turquoise sea, swamps, rainforests, and 6 mountains, the highest of which is Mount Binaya. There are over 200 bird species calling this park home. And last but not least, Papua, the easternmost province of Indonesia. Papua takes up the western half of the island of New Guinea, bordering country of Papua New Guinea to the east. This province is practically roadless, and its people, ethnically different to other Indonesians, still hunt using traditional methods, making it feel worlds if not ages away from the rest of the island country. Papua's landscape is dominated by a mountain range, which is where you will find Puncak Jaya, the tallest peak between the Himalayas and the Andes at whopping 4,884 meters above sea level. The southern and northern lowlands of Papua encompasses large tracts of wetlands, a rich rainforest, mangrove forests, as well as savanna grasslands for surprisingly varied landscapes. Indonesian art forms can include designs tracked back to early animistic beliefs, ancestor worship, Hindu, or Buddhist. Influenced motifs brought by Indian traders, Chinese or Islamic symbols and beliefs. Foreign influence on Indonesian art form was brought about by centuries of exposure to other cultures through trade. Immigrants from China, India, and Arab around the world and later Europe traveled to the archipelago in search of the unique spices grown in Indonesia. These traders settled and brought with them rich artistic traditions which influenced the development of local art. Indonesian crafts are pretty diverse, from jewelry, beadwork, batik, pottery, metal baskets, wood carving, leather puppet, stone carving, and painting. If you're interested in taking a vacation to Indonesia, then here are the destinations that I recommend. First up is Borobudur Temple. The biggest Buddhist sanctuary in the world is a must visit, not only because of its religious significance but also for the beauty and charm. Built around the 8th century, this temple is a reflection of the long and intricate national history, incorporating religion, culture, custom, and architecture. You can observe the ornate and mesmerizing stone carvings, gaze at the main grand structure, and immerse themselves in the surrounding scenery. Second destination is Komodo National Park. Mighty and otherworldly, the Komodo dragon could be the most fascinating creature on Earth, and one you can only encounter in the wild at the Komodo National Park. And that lizard is hardly the only interesting thing in the string of exotic islands that constitute the reserve. The three islands, Komodo, Padar, and Rinca, have glorious hills and beach view, along with a breathtaking coastline, lush tropical hills, and thriving underwater wildlife. Komodo Island even has the famed pink sand beach, while Padar Island has an iconic hill with a view of three magnificent bays. Third destination is Raja Ampat. With an incredibly lively underwater scene, this tropical paradise is home to more than 530 species of coral, 700 species of mollusks, and 1,300 types of fish. Despite the magnetism of exotic species and breathtaking island view, Raja Ampat remains largely pristine, largely thanks to the remote location. More than just a diverse paradise, Raja Ampat is also unforgettable for bird watchers, photographers, and adventurers. Third destination is Tanjung Puting National Park. Tanjung Puting National Park is a vast, mostly untouched tropical jungle. It's also home to the wild orangutan, the adorable primate that steals the heart of many with his loveliness and wit. And the final destination is Bukit Tinggi. This charming town in West Sumatra is at the forefront of tourism in the province. It has glorious highland view and crisp air. Popular destinations include the majestic Sianak Canyon, Japanese World War II tunnels, Pasar Atlas Market, and Jamgadang Clock Tower, which was built during the colonial era in 1926. And there you have it, all you need to know about Indonesia. I hope you find this video helpful and informative. Thank you for watching and have a good day.